We see a lot of people very confused about what does it mean to be spiritual, right? Like, am I spiritual? So what's the difference between spirituality and morality?
So for me, like spirituality, I think a lot of people talk about spirituality as it's something that they do. So spirituality has now become, I'm a vegan, so I'm spiritual. I wear white, so I'm spiritual. I do yoga 5 times a day, so I'm spiritual. I meditate, twice a day, I'm spiritual. So it has become a doing. It's become a framework of doing. But for me, I don't use the word spirituality anymore because, again, it comes back to what the doing versus the being. And it has become spirituality and morality thing. I'm a vegan, therefore I'm spiritual, and you're not. I'm a vegan, I don't eat meat, but I will go and buy my clothes from Primark, even though I know that they use sweat lodged, or I'll go and. So what's happened is that it's become kind of taken this morality route, and it's kind of hijacked. This is kind of the spirituality is kind of hijacked what's really happening, which is a morality thing. Shamanism is a being, not a doing. Is a belief. It's like Buddhism. If you're a Buddhist, you have a belief of a certain number of things that you believe in, and that's the same in shamanism. If you are connected to shamanism, then you believe that we're all one, that Mother Earth is a part of us, that there's no separation, and what we do to Mother Earth, we do to ourselves, and so we change our behavior. So it's not about being spiritual; it's about our being in the world. And I've been to so many, ceremonies and things like that where everyone's all holier than thou, or the sacred fire and the sacred water. And then they throw their garbage into the sacred fire once it's gone out and the ceremony's over. And they put on their civilian clothes and they walk out into the world and they haven't changed. It's just spirituality in that moment of, oh, I'm in ceremony, so I'm spiritual. And this is where the problem lies. Whereas you could meet somebody who maybe doesn't have any of that, but is deeply conscious and deeply connected to Mother Earth and is doing amazing things on the planet and environmental conservation and helping homeless and millions of people out there doing amazing things, but haven't any connection to spirituality. No connection at all. Don't meditate 5 times a day or aren't vegan, but have a real understanding of their purpose and their role in supporting and helping others. So for me, it's really about becoming very aware that if you are talking about being spiritual, then it needs to be in every ounce of your being, not because you go and do ayahuasca ceremonies or because you're vegan, but because you feel that alignment with Mother Earth and that you are in alignment with the understanding of that unity consciousness. Everyone can have a belief. And now we're seeing, so the different types of belief coming up, and now we're seeing real divisions of belief. And again, this is where the morality comes in, because if you're saying I'm spiritual and my belief is better than your belief, then you're not in unity consciousness. So you're not, by that definition, you're not spiritual. Because if you're really deeply spiritual and unity conscious, it doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. It's whether you are in alignment with yourself. And if you are in alignment with yourself and with Mother Earth and every other, it doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. If you're constantly needing to look externally to compare yourself to what anyone else is doing, then you're not in unity consciousness, and you haven't even understood the concept of spirituality. And it's that awareness that I think people are starting to, this COVID situation, in England it was very much Brexit as well, sparked all of this, is now where it's starting to see where the consciousnesses are shifting and changing, and the belief systems, but the implications and the consequences of that now. That there's no one control anymore. There's no one belief that's controlling everybody. It's really now about everyone finding their way in this very sticky soup.